Hi, Marcel.
Hi,
I'm thinking I might
good
sit
morning.
somewhere else with less sun. I can't figure out what's a good angle for me to see you. I'll do this. Uh, how are you?
I'm very fine. I'm very fine. Just we are working a lot with the green pruning in the moment in Spain, in Barcelona.
Uh-huh.
With a good climate, we have a good weather.
Okay.
Well, we are the unique bad thing is the COVID-19. This is the bad thing.
Yes, truly. And I want to ask you, because I just saw in the news that Spain and France are starting to move forward, but we'll get there. So let's just start out by you tell everybody who you are.
Well, I am Marcel Sabate. I am the fourth generation of a small family company from Barcelona, very close Barcelona, in a small valley that the name is Penedes. Penedes, it's a valley that are 50 kilometers south Barcelona. My family, my great grandfather, sorry, my my great grandfather started with the plantation of grapes more than 100 years ago
Wow.
in that valley, and we have vineyards that have 120 years, more or less, the oldest vineyards that we have. And well, we are very close. If you see the map, we are very close to Barcelona, very close to the Mediterranean Sea.
Okay.
And my history started first, sold the grapes to the other companies of the region. When finished the phylloxera in Spain,
Mm-hmm.
to the end of 19th century, the people planted usually white grapes, Macabeu, Charelo, Parellada, and disappeared more or less all the red grapes, and the people started to replant it, the original white grapes, especially Macabeu, Charelo,
Okay.
to produce the sparkling wine.
Okay. So you grew up in the family business then. You've always worked at the winery.
Yes, but when I was young, used to sold the grapes all the time. My family, my great grandfather, my grandfather, my father sold grapes,
Uh-huh.
only sold grapes. And when I was around 18 years old, in my hair appeared the feeling to know better our vineyards, our vines, and to discover more things about the terroir, about the soils, about the place. And I fall in love with the variety Charelo,
Mm-hmm.
and I started studied all the soils. And in 1985, it's around 35, 40 years, I started with my father, with my family,
Mm-hmm.
uh, the company Sabate Coca.
I'll put her back in. Go ahead.
Sabate Coca is the name of the family, and to honor of my family, we founded Sabate Coca in 1985.
Uh-huh. Keep talking. I'll be right back. Handling dogs. So sorry, 1985.
Nice, nice. But well, really, we keep all the old vineyards. We keep all the old vineyards and replanted the new vineyards with these varieties: the original Macabeu, Charelo, Parellada, Charelo Vermell, and I studied enology in Tarragona, very close in Barcelona,
Okay.
because we are in the middle of Barcelona, Tarragona in Spain.
Okay.
And I studied the first career of enology in Spain.
Oh.
And finished in 1993, more or less. More or less, studied the career of enology.
Okay.
And my passion was discover what kind of soils, what kind of vines I had, and a lot of them very old, very old soils and very old plants.
Mm-hmm.
And after I started the business of making wine since 1990, more or less.
Okay. So you've been the winemaker since 1999.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. We started our business. Really, my first bottle was sold in 1992.
Oh, okay.
It was
So,
my first bottle.
so can you just say again, the winery has been there for how long? And you used to be a co-op, and now you make the wine there.
Yeah. The family in the past, my family sold grapes and produced a small part of wine, but never bottle, never sold the wine in bottle.
I
never.
see.
And the first moment was in 1992.
Okay, so that's what you did.
Started change of business.
Okay.
Yes.
So in addition to making the wine, you are the face of the winery too, because you come to New York. That's where I met you, and clearly you go many other places, right?
Yeah.
So you travel.
Sorry?
You travel a lot as the ambassador for the winery as well.
I can understand very well now.
That's okay. So you travel a lot to. That's how I met you in New York.
Well, I travel to New York 1 or 2 times per year, because in New York we have, for me, one of the best companies for import. Regal Wine Imports it's a company, but a friends, a family.
Exactly.
For me. Because,
yeah, they're lovely, all of them.
Big company.
Yeah.
Really very big.
So can we give us a history of the region? And I mean, from Cava producers, Penedes,
Okay.
just give a very general history, and then the later changes with Corpinnat.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if all the people knows the regions in Spain, that there are a lot of regions like Rioja, Ribera, Jerez, a lot of different Toro, a lot of different regions. Penedes is the region that we have very close in the south of Barcelona, very close to the sea. We have the sea in 20 minutes from my cellar. I have the sea 20 minutes.
Okay.
And have the influence of the Mediterranean Sea. And we are just in a place that Penedes, it's around 20,000 hectares. Penedes is a big valley. It's a valley that have the mountains just in front of the sea. That the name is the Garraf. Garraf is the mountains in front of the sea. Very just have the sea in front of the vineyards. After have the depression, the valley, the fertilized point, and after have the second perilitoral mountains, where we have the highest vineyards in 800 meters.
Oh wow!
Our vineyards are just between this part to the valley, because we are in a natural old terraces of the river.
Okay.
That the name is Villas or Bowling River or Anoia River. Anoia River is Sant Sadurní d'Anoia. As you know, is a lot of people know Sant Sadurní d'Anoia because it's the centrum of the producers of Cava.
Okay.
And we are just between the highest point of Penedes to 400 meters. Just all the vineyards are on the natural old terraces. And this is the reason that in our 45 hectares, we discover a lot of limestone, a lot of pebbles, a lot of conglomerates of calcareous materials, sediments from the old river that the Romans villages working there.
Wow.
A long time ago, planted vineyards there. This is not a productive place. It's not a high production, but it's quality, because for natural conditions of the soil, for natural conditions, our balance of the grape are not. And in our company, in our vineyard, we discover around 18 different soils. 18.
Oh wow.
18 different soils.
Okay.
On depends the texture, the depth, depends the type of the materials, all calcareous materials, all are limestone materials.
Yeah.
That give this natural freshness to our wines, minerality to our wines, and especially long aging in a bottle and good quality during long time. And especially with the Xarel·lo. The Xarel·lo, don't like the highest position, more than 400 meters.
Oh, wow.
Like
Okay.
sea level to 400 meters,
Okay.
no more. It's a very rustic variety, resists the Mediterranean conditions because, as you know, in our conditions of Mediterranean have low level of rainfall. It's a maximum 400 liters per year. Is not a lot. Is low rainfall, and have a nice climate, not strong winters, not strong summers,
Okay.
because the sea protect the high or low temperatures.
Oh, okay.
It's classical Mediterranean
Yeah.
climate.
Where are you? Are you in the winery or near the vineyards?
Yes, yes. No, I'm living here in the winery, and just now finish my day of green pruning today.
Awesome.
And I stay here after I show outside of me,
Great.
behind me.
Okay.
And you see around the winery, we have 12 hectares of vineyards.
Beautiful.
But if you want, another day I show the Villas Valley, where we have the oldest vineyards and when we have the vineyards on the terraces, and it's nice, really very nice landscape.
That would be
really
awesome.
When my great-grandfather started planting the vineyards there.
That would be cool. Maybe you can post a video for people to follow up one day, because I'm afraid it might be a little bit before we can talk again.
Okay.
So
Nice.
Can you explain to people what Cava is? I think everybody knows, but like a little more for wine folk, not too technical, but what the grapes are, what the soil is, and then what Corpinnat is.
Well, this is a long history. This is a long history because, as you know, Cava started around 1972, like a name of Cava.
Yeah.
Because when finished the phylloxera to the end of 19th century, we replanted the vineyards after the phylloxera destroyed, as you know, with American roots, and local varieties, Macabeo, Xarel·lo, Parellada.
Yeah.
And during that time, people explained that this was a Spanish champagne, made in Barcelona, in Penedes region. But, well, the French people say, no, you can use the champagne name, and you have to use your name, because champagne is from France. And in 1972, approximately, people say Cava, like a cave, the name of a sparkling wine made in the Barcelona region in Penedes.
Okay.
It was 1970. It was a nice thing because we have a good reputation, local grapes. It was a nice place to produce a second fermentation in a bottle, method traditional. All it was nice, perfect. But during 1990, just when we started with that vinification, the problem was two things. A big productions arrived to everywhere of the world with a very low prices, and the worst thing was that it was the people had the possibility to plant vineyards to make Cava in another regions, not in the Penedes regions, like Extremadura, like Util-Requena, like Rioja, like another places of the Spain. And this is the problem, that we lost the condition of DO. DO, it means denomination of the origin. If we lost the origin, we don't have the origin, and we can use the name of Cava like a DO. And it was the reason why 6 companies around 2012, it was informal meetings that we talk about the problem of Cava to everywhere of the world, because people think that Cava only was a cheap sparkling wine from Spain. We deliver different questions and say, we have to come back and to go to the first point where we born, that it was in Penedes, in Barcelona region, and we founded the name Corpinnat. Corpinnat, it means peanut in Latin, the language Latin, very old language. It means Penedes.
Okay.
And cor means hair. Corpinnat. It
Heart.
means
Heart.
born.
Heart.
Yes, yes. Born in the hair of Penedes.
Okay.
We come back to the past. We want to reestablish our origins, and we want to defend our place, our original place, where long time ago people started with the sparkling wine, and we create could be a very rigorous rules, like 100% of the companies that wants to become sparkling wine from Spain, like Corpinnat, have to produce the wine in the property vineyard and in the property cellar. Have to use the original grapes like Macabeu, Xarel·lo, Parellada for whites, and have to use Garnacha, Monastrell, Trepat for reds.
Okay.
For reds, for rosé. I'm sorry, for rosé.
Oh, okay.
And we have to produce 100% of the wine in organic process.
Okay.
No by wines and no by bottles. The problem is that in the Cava region, it permits buy wine to the other company or buy bottles finished to the other company and only put your label.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
consumer never knows it.
Yeah.
Never knows if this product is from this cellar, this vineyard or not. And for Corpinnat, it's forbidden completely. And 100% of Corpinnat's products are made in the winery, in their own cellar, in their own vineyard, organic process, benefiting the property, aging more than 18 months on the yeast.
Okay.
W than the Cava region. And what more? The varieties are the original grapes because we think that we have a long history, a nice history of sparkling wine, and a nice varieties like Xarel·lo. Xarel·lo, for example, for me, it's unique of the world. A lot of people don't know Xarel·lo. In Sabate, Coca, in Castelroig, we used to work with 3 different still white wines of Xarel·lo, and all the sparkling wines under the name Corpinnat are made with 30 or 100% of Xarel·lo and have long aging on the yeast, between 18 months to 100 or 120 months on the yeast.
Wow. So just to recap that in very basic, more consumer language, it's Corpinnat is handpicked, it's organic, it's you have to pick the grapes and make the wine at your estate.
Yes.
And then the bottle will
and local grapes.
And the local grapes, right. And the bottle will always say Corpinnat. In the Spanish sparkling section there, people will find that by looking for Corpinnat on the label.
I can show a bottle if you want. I can
Sure.
show a bottle to see,
Sure.
to recognize the...
Wine Diva, I posted previous to this in my stories, if you go back, I posted some stores that sell Sabate, Coca, Corpinnat. Go ahead, Marcel.
Sorry?
Go ahead. Okay.
This is here.
It's backwards, but I know that your bottles are on your Instagram and on Regal's Instagram, who is in here. There we go. There we go. So can you explain what the word Castel, how do you pronounce it correctly? What does Castelroig mean?
Well, Castelroig, in our company, when we studied the vines and we discovered 3 environments around over 45 hectares. One environment was in the village where I born, Sant Pere de Riu de Villas, is where my parents are living there.
Okay.
Where the oldest vineyards and the singular plots. When we discover 18 soils and 66 plots, we divided the singular plots. It means the plot that is different to another plots, and the soil are perfect soil is a soil that have a very old evolution with carbonated, very evolved, with petrocalcium crust, very evolved, and the wine is different to anything. This is a singular plot, and we use the Sabate Coca, the name of the family, for this kind of products. And we have Reserva Familiar of Sabate Coca, or Terroja, the name of this plot, for a still white wine. And all the plots that we discover in our fields, in our vines, that we are doing a mosaic, an harmony of the plots, we use the name of Castle Roig. Castle Roig, it means the blend of between 5, 10, 25 plots. It's difficult for us in the cellar to blend the portion of this one, the portion of this one. Every year is more or less the same because we have all the plots very, very good identification and the characteristics very delimited. And the name of Castle Roig, it means red castle, for the reddish color of the soils that we have, because we have a calcareous clay, red clay soil. And castle, it means the traditional farming house that we have, that in Catalan we say masia like a castle.
I see.
It's the construction that exists to produce the wine, to produce the grapes, and with animals stay around the house that make the wine. And it means red castle, Castle Roig.
Okay.
Castle Roig, Catalan name that, as you know, in Barcelona we use Catalan language and Spanish language. We have two languages.
Right. Yeah. It's hard to keep up with that sometimes.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of questions that came through. I'm going to try to get them all. Do you think that Corpinnat will join Penedes? I think the answer is very strongly no, but you tell me.
Well, for us, will be very, very nice if we can join together. But the problem is one, that Corpinnat have a high identity with 100% of the rules for 100% of the production. The big thing of Corpinnat is that for the first time, the difference is not between products, it's between companies. The companies that are inside of Corpinnat, 100% are doing 100% the rules of Corpinnat.
Right.
I explain better. I can buy wine and have a second brand without another name.
Mm-hmm.
All the Corpinnat and all my company only can produce Corpinnat. And we produce still wines under the name Penedes, because Corpinnat is more or less quite similar of territory of Penedes.
Yeah.
The thing is, if we can talk with Penedes vision and separate the name of Corpinnat like a product 100% with all the strong rules, it's for me perfect, because we are very, very quite similar territory.
Yeah.
Quite similar, could be some hectares less or more, but we can understand and introduce anything without problem. The problem is separate Corpinnat inside of Penedes like a product that it's pure product made with the rules that you explained.
Right. So you make still wine too. Is that still considered Corpinnat?
No, the still wines, Corpinnat is only a European quality brand.
Okay.
For sparkling wine.
Okay, thank you.
We want to become a brand international that people recognize as one of the best sparkling wines of the world.
Gotcha. Okay, I was unclear on that.
So our obsession is construct a strong brand for only sparkling wines.
Okay.
For still wines, we have the Penedes region.
And while we're on spark, because I do want to talk about your still wine, they were very, very. I really enjoyed them. Becky Sue, a friend of mine, asked, how much production is there in Corpinnat versus Cava, like either in land or in bottles, just to give people an idea?
Yeah, well, the Corpinnat, the big problem of Cava is that the main part of the Cava is high production and low price. And Corpinnat, if you talk about production, could be only represents 2,500,000 bottles. Mm-hmm. It's only 2% of the Cava.
Ah, okay, so fast difference.
But the good thing, these 2% of Cava represent 40% of the high level of Cava.
Oh, okay, wow, okay.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing that represents 40% of the Cava de Paraje Calificado, represents the high end of Cavas. Only the 2%.
And how many families or wineries are there making Corpinnat?
Well, in the moment we are 10 companies.
10.
In the moment we are 10 families. There are another companies that are reviewing the possibility to enter in Corpinnat, because Corpinnat wants two things: increase in companies, increase in families. For us, it's the same importance, increase in companies that actually are not exist, are people who work and have own vineyards and sell the grapes in a very low price, and produce 5,000 bottles of Corpinnat with a price that is more or less a just price for the quality, and can enter in Corpinnat only with 6,000 bottles. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the quantity. The important thing for us is the quality and the territory. This is the two important things for Corpinnat.
Right.
And we think that we, in Penedes region, we are more than 20,000 hectares, but really all these hectares are producing a very cheap grape that have no sense, because why you working could be always there exist people that wants big quantity, low price, but there are another families that wants the quality, feeling something for these vineyards, feeling something for these vines, for the grape, and wants to become something else. I don't talk about the win or not win more money. I talk about quality.
Yeah.
About the quality.
So is all the soil in Corpinnat the same, and are the grape blends regulated?
I'm sorry?
Does the blend have to? It all has to be the grapes are regulated, but does the blend regulated?
Well, the grapes in Corpinnat, for the history that we had in our plantations, Chardonnay and Pinot Noir, Corpinnat can appear and say 100% Macabeu, Xarel·lo, Parellada, only local grapes, because there are a lot of families that have a lot of money invest in vines with Chardonnay and Pinot. And the Corpinnat rules say you can use Chardonnay or Pinot Noir, but maximum 10% of your production, because our 90% actually is only local grapes. This is the big difference.
Yeah.
This is the big difference. And could be in near future disappear these varieties, not because are not good, because we have own grapes, we have the own history, and we want to become one respect sparkling wine of.
Yeah, that makes sense. And someone asked, are the soils all consistently the same around Corpinnat?
The soils. Yeah. The soils, well, the soils, there are different companies, because in the Penedes region, as I explained, there are some companies that stay more in the valley, just in the middle of the valley, and we are just in the middle of the valley or the high point of the high pre-littoral mountains. There are no companies in Corpinnat, only one that is just in the littoral mountain. The rest is between the valley or the high, and the soils are different. But all the soils in Penedes, there are different, but are calcareous and limestone is chalky soils are in general. But you discover in all the states different kind of soils, but we have this kind of.
Okay, so I think I covered. There was a few questions, but we already covered them. You want to give us a tour outside? I don't want to take too much more of your time.
I'm sorry?
Can you? I said I don't want to take too much more of your time, but can you show us around?
Yes, I'm going around, because I promise you that next time, if you want, I can show you the valley where we have 90% of our vineyards. I show you only my house.
Okay, and you can flip the camera. You can turn the camera so it's not a selfie anymore, and it's easier to direct.
Yeah. Here.
Wow. Oh my gosh, gorgeous.
This is our own.
Beautiful. Oh yeah. Wow. That's something.
This is all the plantation of Xarel·lo.
Okay.
This is the plantation of Xarel·lo around here.
Okay.
Here we have a Xarel·lo, Macabeu, and a little parellada, but more Macabeu and Xarel·lo. And just behind this mountain there, this mountain that they have there, behind there, there we have the Villes Valley, where we have Xarel·lo Vermell, Xarel·lo, Macabeu, parellada. We have Garnacha, Trepat, all local grapes.
Beautiful.
This is my house. My house here.
Oh, you're at your house. How nice. Wow. Lucky you. Beautiful. Wow.
You are invited, all the people that arrive from US, New York, and everywhere. No, the problem is the COVID, that we have the problem, but it's a nice house because we have an old cellar of the 19th century, and all the time that we have open, we have like a museum to show the old press and all system to make the wines in the past.
Oh, cool. Okay. That's a dangerous offer to make, though, because I think people are getting sick of New York right now. Well, I'm at my half-hour mark, so I'm going to let you go. But thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us and to educate people on Corpinnat.
It's a great pleasure, Jeff.
And for everybody out there, if I didn't get your question, Marcel does the Instagram, and he will take your questions there too. You can DM him. He's very good at Instagram.
Huh?
So I said if people have questions, they can ask you directly on Instagram.
Okay, I will ask. I will answer.
All right. Thank you, sir. You have a nice day. It's really good to talk.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you next time.